Hello, and welcome to my 30-year anniversary watch-along of WWF Royal Rumble 1995. Well, I remember who won this one, but I was about to say it's the one that Such a Body won, but I won't, in case you've never seen this before. Let's not do spoilers. But, yeah, we're going to watch this whole show, and I'm going to provide my thoughts. Now, I'm not going to show this entire pay-per-view on my YouTube channel, because copyright law is a thing. So, you need to get on Netflix, or Peacock, or wherever you can watch historic WWE shows now in your country. Get on there. Fire up Royal Rumble 1995, pause it at 0000, and then we will synchronize pressing play together. I'll show about 5 seconds, just so you can make sure you're in sync with me, but then it'll fade out to just like a still screen, no sound from the show either, just my voice, so you will want the show on another screen. So pause this video, go get yourself set up, and then we'll get started. Alright, going to assume everyone's done that now. So the next thing I'm going to do is count 3, 2, 1, and then I'll try and click as loudly as possible, as close as possible to my microphone, so it picks up, so that you can click your play button at the same time. But, failing that, you know, just try and sync up with the first 5 seconds. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, 5 seconds, here we go. And fade it. Is that Dink? That looks like Mini Doink. Who's this arriving in style? I don't know how this show started. I think I remember who won the Royal Rumble, but I don't think I remember anything else. Okay. Oh, it's Pamela Anderson. Okay. But it's very 1995, isn't it, to focus on the boots and the leg, not complaining like, but it's very 1995 to focus on that. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, it's... Alright. Okay, this music's cool. But yeah, then to have all the wrestlers heckling and wolf whistling her, and catcalling her, and her to be portrayed as taking that as just this lovely compliment. Oh, aren't they all being nice? Very 1995 WWF, very 1995. I never used to think I was a big Pamela Anderson guy. She looked good there. Not gonna lie. Hello everyone, I'm Vince McMahon. Boo, boo. God, look at this commentary team. And their reputations, shall we say. Good grief. IRS versus The Undertaker, what a match. I don't know who wins that, but I feel like I know who wins that. This was only the 3rd Royal Rumble with that stipulation, right? I'm pretty sure 1991, Hogan won and did go on to main event WrestleMania for the WWF title, but that was a coincidence, not a stipulation. 92 was for the title. And then I think 93 was the first time they said the winner would go to WrestleMania. So yeah, it was 93, 94, and then this is 95. Okay. Double J. J-E-double-F. J-A-R-R-E-T-T. His roadie, Jesse James. Brian Armstrong makes his WWF debut as lackey for Jeff Jarrett. Wild, right? Where was this? Good grief, King. Okay, so who's Jarrett fighting? Because Jarrett Jarrett's more than capable of having a very entertaining, good match. I don't know if he's capable of carrying a match, so it kind of depends on who he's up against. But he's what I would describe in a non-derogatory way, but in a semi-derogatory way at certain points in his career, as a good hand. Okay. Jarrett Razor Ramon has potential. This feels like quite a hot start. Like, the old format for wrestling pay-per-views was always to start off, like, not that great and build to the main event. The new school thinking is to put on a bit of a banger first. This could be a bit of a banger going on first in 1995. Alright, so rest in peace, Scott Hall, of course. If I miss anyone, I've either forgotten because I was concentrating on something else, or I've simply forgotten that certain people I might have even forgotten that certain people have passed away. But yeah, very much rest in peace, Scott Hall. One of my favourites. I discussed this on my TNA Final Resolution 2005 watch along about a week ago, that Scott Hall was one of maybe the top 3 worst wrestler deaths for me in terms of how they personally affected me. Because Scott Hall's a big part of why I got into wrestling through WCW. Like, his charisma and likability, even as a heel, were definitely something that drew me to him as one of my favourites as a kid when I first got into WCW, even though he was a bad guy. And I was a little Mark who generally liked the good guys and didn't like the bad guys. I liked Scott Hall. It's hard not to, you know. The charisma. Right hand. I'm not starting off slow, are they? From hearing other people talk about it, hey up. From hearing other people talk about it recently, apparently the Rumble match itself isn't one of the better ones. But I don't personally remember it. I remember who wins, but I don't really recall the match. Or the show, for that matter. I don't know who wins this. I'm gonna guess Razor Ramon retains, but I know Jeff Jarrett is a multiple-time Intercontinental Champion, so there's every chance he won it here. But I'm gonna guess Razor Ramon retains. I don't remember Music Jeff Jarrett having the IC title. I more associate that with short-haired Attitude Era Jeff Jarrett. Short-haired misogynist Jeff Jarrett is more the version I associate with the IC title. That's crazy, talking about using your own company as a stepping stone to a proper entertainment career in commentary. That's insane. What a weird thing to say. Double struck from Double J. Was unplugged. What does that mean? By the way, I'm going to be snacking on some cheap supermarket sushi, which is not the best form of sushi. If you're in America, think gas station sushi. What's your snack of choice when you're watching wrestling? Let me know in the comments. Or what are you snacking on while you watch this, if anything? I will say, so I'm assuming a lot of people, I don't know if it's an international thing, but especially in the UK, will have heard of Yo Sushi, the sushi fast food place. They started a few years ago selling, they put a stall in Tesco near me. And Tesco's sushi wasn't the best, but Yo's pre-packaged sushi was actually quite nice. And it's just steadily declined over the years. It's the rice. The fish is nice. The fish is fine. It's nice. It seems nice and fresh. It tastes fresh to me. It's the rice is really sort of like hard. Because it's not fresh, so it's kind of congealed, I guess. It's just not great. Congealed probably isn't the right word. That implies it's off. But yeah, the rice is just not great. You can't win the championship by losing the match either. I've never understood why commentators point out when it's the challenger getting counted out that you can't win the title on a count out. No, you can't win the title by losing the match. If it was Razor Ramon on the outside, they could make the point Jeff Jarrett needs to get him back in the ring because he can't win the title by a count out. That makes sense. But not when he's going to lose the match. Obviously, he can't win the title by losing. Whether it's by count out or any other method. Why would you offer a test of strength to the much larger Razor Ramon, Jeff? You just seem silly there. Okay, this match that started off hot, not so much anymore. Why is Razor Ramon the babyface getting the heat on Jarrett? Oh, and then Jarrett's doing the babyface comeback with multiple drop kicks. This is strange. The rest holds being done by the face, the fire up being done by the heel. I know Jarrett's just inherently dislikable, and Razor Ramon's likable, but they're not wrestling as much like they're the face and heel that they are. Maybe we'll get some heat from Jarrett on Ramon now. Going for the pin off a missed elbow drop. Problem is, we're not that far removed here from the times when people did win and lose matches based on, like, missed splashes off the top and stuff. So, I guess it wasn't that silly then. Good baby road dog. It's crazy to think that Brian Armstrong's entire career was essentially based on this. Like, he went from being the roadie to the road dog. It's obviously, like, still the same gimmick, essentially. Jesse James, he was named that so that he'd be Double J like Jeff Jarrett. And then, like, in TNA, he was BG James, so he's still using the James surname. Like, yeah, he's basically his, like, I'm not saying he has his whole career and accolades to thank Double J for. I mean, like, in terms of, like, gimmicks. They've all been essentially variants of this gimmick. Which, again, reminder, that's Brian Armstrong of the Armstrong family. And this is the formative part of his career. I can't tell if Razor Ramon was selling or no selling there. He was kind of doing both. He had no weight on him at all there. You could see he was lifted off Razor Ramon. Uh-oh. Right between the uprights. Goal! Yep. That's why King took it back. That was weird. It was like a bulldog, but to the front. Wasn't quite a clothesline. Like, the motion Razor Ramon made was a bulldog. But Jarrett was 180'd from where he should have been from a bulldog. Oh. And Razor Ramon is out of the Royal Rumble. Astute, kingly opinion. Yeah, the knee is part of the leg. Oh, naughty, naughty. I mean, you can't win the title by count out. Just saying. This is the point to mention that. Why aren't they mentioning it? Why is Jeff Jarrett not worried about it? Oh. Well, that was bad. Right, Jeff, do you not know the rules? What do you mean, no, no, no? What did you think happened? What? Why do they make wrestlers look stupid? Jeff Jarrett, son of Jerry Jarrett, knows how professional wrestling works. These are all facts. These are all facts. Uh-oh. I mean, I was right and wrong. I predicted Razor to retain the title, but I think I predicted Razor to win as well. So I guess I was wrong. My god, I know you got a bad wheel, Razor, but come on. We've got a Royal Rumble match to fit into this show as well as you walk into the ring. Okay. So, end result is still going to be that Razor Ramon wins, right? So, I guess my prediction will still be right at that point. I don't know, how would you call that in like an actual official predictions competition if a match had 2 finishes? Like, is it the first finish that counts? Is it the final finish that counts? Does anyone who predicted either finish get a point? Does everyone get half a point? Like, I'm curious how you would judge that. Obviously, it's not that important because this is 30 years ago. I could have just looked up the results and be lying about my not knowing the results. But I'm just curious how you would judge it if this were current and there was some sort of like prediction competition. Did he just punch him in the gooch? I swear he just like flicked him in the back of his ballsack before the roll up. That was a fast seeming count. Yeah, who's booking this? I like Road Dogg. So it took the match ending once to get to the heat segment. That's a unique way of doing it. There he goes. Whee! Well, that was short-lived. I have a problem, and I've mentioned this in previous watch-alongs, with how people apply the figure 4 to someone with one injured leg. The pressure in the figure 4 right now is on his right leg, the one that's being hyperextended. There's no pressure on the left knee at all that I can perceive there in the figure 4. In my opinion, the straight leg is the one that's being hurt because you have the foot across the knee and then your body under the foot, so you can push up, which is why bridging up into the figure 8 makes it so much more painful for Charlotte Flair's opponents. Because, and Mina does it as well, she pushes up with her hips, because you're holding their knee down and then pushing their ankle up, which is not how the knee is supposed to bend, so you're hyperextending it. It's that knee that's supposed to be in pain. So why work over the left leg and then apply the figure 4 to the right leg? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, But to me, I can't see a world where I've got my legs crossed a bit like a figure four now, except I'm sat in a chair, so my Razor Ramon straight leg is bent for me. But the point is, the one that's bent, so it's across, I can't see a world where that's in any pain. That's a very comfortable position. Many people sit like that. Dads sit like that when they read the newspaper in the morning, right? You know, with their ankle across their thigh. But yeah, I just don't think that's the correct side to apply the figure four on. Or you should have worked the other knee. Razor Ramon's tan's looking a bit dodgy there. I thought he's got tights on that have ripped. But he missed his his buttock creases. He didn't tan them. So he's got really white buttock creases. It's very distracting. His butt is very distracting right now. Oh God, he wasn't just lifted on there. He was like fired at it. That would hurt. That'd hurt the old testicles. Call that the gooch breaker. Oh. How long did it take Vince McMahon to realise he didn't get him there? It was like, 1, 2, kick out. He got him. He's got him. Did he get him? I think he got him. No. Wait, no, he did not get him. It's like, literally pushing like 5 to 10 seconds later, he actually realised. Jeff Jarrett was back on his feet and Vince McMahon's still like, did he get him? No. No, he didn't. Oh, when he put him up on the top rope, he should have got him into the razor's edge from there instead of from here. Nope. Yep. Surely not. Oh my God, the speed of that count. Is it just his cadence is really fast? And no way did Jeff Jarrett just win the IC title there. That's crazy. Okay, so I was double wrong. I predicted Razor Ramon to win and he lost twice. My earlier question doesn't matter anymore, I guess. Well, there's your evidence that I don't actually remember any of the results. I think, like I say, I remember the main event. Well, I assume it's the main event. I remember the Royal Rumble match result. Royal Rumble winners is one of my things that I can pretty much recite. Take back the gold. He's already been IC champion, apparently. There's me saying, no, it's only Attitude Era misogynist Jeff Jarrett that I associate with the IC title. So, according to what they just said, he's at least a 2-time IC champion already. Oh, would you look at that? Pretty sure it's called a chop block. I don't know why it's called a chop block. There's no chopping in it. I guess you chop down the leg. Who's this? Who are you? No? Oh my God. I'll wear this to bed. Well then. Todd the Creep Pettingill. Who is Stephanie? Who is this? I've never heard of this woman. Did she only work this show? Where's my phone? So it's just going to be a night of everyone leching on Pamela Anderson. Who is... Right, Royal Rumble. If my phone would let me type... There it is. Royal Rumble 1995. Stephanie. No, I know Stephanie McMahon was not involved in the match. Stephanie Wyand. Or Wyand. W-I-A-N-D. Joined WWF in late 1994 as co-host of WWF Mania, where she was introduced as original host Todd Pettingill's Christmas present. That's weird. Here's an item that I got you for Christmas. It's a woman. She was brought in to replace Randy Savage, who had left the company. Wyand was the host of the 1994 Slammy Award. She also hosted the first In Your House event in mid-1995 and featured in the 32X version of the WWF Raw video game. Really? She left WWF in summer of 95 to pursue other career opportunities. My Uncle's Barn, a sketch comedy show in the Jewel Box Theatre. Wrote and starred in Scenes Through the Bathroom Window. Played Joan in the science fiction web series Afterworld. So it doesn't sound like she did anything like I would know her from. She was Todd Pettingill's Christmas present. That's creepy, to be honest. Well, there you go. I learnt a new person exists in the world today, because I had no idea Stephanie Wyand, or however you pronounce it, was a person that had existed, or still exists for that matter. So got IRS versus The Undertaker now. Okay, I've got to be right in predicting Undertaker for this one, right? I've got to be. What? What? I can't tell what would be more bizarre if that were true, or an attempt at an insult. Also, why are they talking about monster truck rallies during a match between an undead mortician and a taxman? I must have missed what the relevance of that was. Hey, I just called him the taxman. He can turn the lights down. And now watch, he can turn the lights up. You don't get powers like that without being truly magical. The Druids. These two should have been a tag team called Death and Taxes, and you'll never change my mind about that. This version of Undertaker's music's very different. I didn't realise it had changed, while staying pretty much the same, how much it had changed over the years. On the kisser. It blows my mind that like you get bits of this, but it was the norm back then for like you had a guy in suspenders and a dress shirt and slacks wrestling against a guy whose gimmick is he's dead. And this was just the norm back then. Like, I get it nowadays, you know, you get occasional ones. You get, like, Luchasaurus, for example, is a good example of, like, an actual sort of gimmick. But it's not, like, the entire wrestling landscape, or at least the entirety of one company. We got some time to kill or something. Did a match get cancelled? Because so far we've had this incredibly slow start to this match. Incredibly meandering, dawdling start to the match. Barely touched him with that. Yep. And, bye. And then we had Razor Ramon taking 32 days to walk back to the ring with his bad leg. So the Druids are on DiBiase's side by the sounds of it. Why do they need to be there? You know, I don't feel like I'm going to say this sentence very often in my life from this point onwards, but thank you, Vincent, man. You are correct. Shut up about the Druids, King. Oh my god. What's his strategy to not wrestle? Well, your strategy's gone out the window since you turned your back on Undertaker. Undertaker just doesn't sell anything. Bosh! Pow, right in the kisser. Was there someone in the crowd going, Erwin? Because that's funny. He does a weird little gallop, doesn't he, before he gets Irish whipped across. Never seen anyone do that. Maybe everyone does it and I'm about to start noticing it, but that's definitely the most prominent example of it I've ever seen. Because I've never noticed it before. I mean, he wore it. What? What? Where did that even come from? They weren't talking about football, as far as I can recall, unless they were and I just wasn't listening. Neither of these have anything to do with football gimmick. I don't even think either of them have a football career before they were wrestlers. Not that I know of, anyway. Where did that joke come from? I mean, it was rubbish anyway. But where did it even come from? What was the relevance of it? Well, that's Erwin R. Shyster eliminated from the Royal Rumble. I was just thinking the same thing, but for a very different reason. Oh, here come the Druids. That were already in the entranceway. Is it Penn and Teller? Look at the size difference. Good question. Did we ever find out? Where's my phone again? Perhaps one of them is Tatanka. I mean, yeah, if they're associated, if he's associated with Ted DiBiase, then sure. Royal Rumble 1995. Who? Not Wyoming. Who were the Druids? Jimmy Del Rey and one of the Blue twins. Ron Harris played Jacob Blue, a Druid. So Ron Harris, I recognise, Ron and Don Harris. I recognise the name Jimmy Del Rey, but why? Who was he? Better known by his ring name, Gigolo Jimmy Del Rey. His name was Gigolo. One half of the Heavenly Bodies with Tom Pritchard. Maybe that's where I know the name from. Like, I feel like I know the name, but I'm not super familiar with him at all. I've heard the name somewhere. So, being one half of the Heavenly Bodies fits that for me. I'm not particularly au fait with wrestling from this era and earlier. Like, I've heard of the Heavenly Bodies, but that's about it. The Undertaker. Well, how wrong you were. It just took Kurt Angle to finally make him submit. It's true. It's damn true. It's crazy to me that there's an abdominal stretch prolonged spot in an Undertaker match. Whee! Oof. Nope. Oh, he's in the position. It's called a sit-up king. You should try one. Oh, he's assumed the position again. There we go. He like literally barely sells anything. He moves, he does sell it, but it's such a minimal sell. Shystermania running wild. Nope. Been some weird moments in this match considering it's an Undertaker match. I guess the formula wasn't like perfected yet. But it's like, it's kind of crazy to me that we've had a prolonged cheating abdominal stretch moment. We've had a double shoulder block and a drag into the pin. Undertaker stayed down this long from a shoulder block. Fun moment kicking out that way though. Kicking out with a sit-up. Uh-oh. He's done, son. So, some little toe pokes. So you're just admitting that if it weren't for cheating, he'd already have lost. I see. And yet, this is your guy that you're supporting. I think if recent events have taught us anything, it's that heel commentators are justified in that being an outwardly, objectively immoral person does not stop half of the people supporting you wholeheartedly. Chokeslam into awkward tombstone pin for the win. Interesting. Well, I was right about Undertaker winning, shockingly. Get out of town. Oh, there they are. Wait for him to do his stupid kneel down thing and then get him, boys. That's what Ted was saying. They're in wrestling gear, aren't they, under those druid things? Yeah, that just looks so weird. Hey, up. Big boy! Look at that neck. And I know I hear you. What neck? How are you going to chokeslam someone with no neck? Was that this year's Undertaker WrestleMania match? Was it Bundy? I don't remember Undertaker taking on Bundy at Mania. Maybe it was a filler feud and he had another match at Mania. I actually don't remember. I could Google it, but I've been Googling all sorts of stuff in this. And at some point later in this year, hopefully, we'll do a watch-along of that WrestleMania. So let's not spoil it for ourselves. I'm clearly missing some context on these monster truck comments. About 350. Undertaker doesn't do well at Royal Rumbles, does he? 94, he lost the casket match. 95, he got battered by King Kong Bundy, even though he won his match. And got drunk. Diesel and Bret Hart. Is that the world title match? He's got to focus on his wrist tape. The censorship. Wait, Bret Hart losing the WWF title at Survivor Series? Surely not. This is business, this is war. Wow. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. Todd Pettingill's just not having a good night. First, Pamela Anderson tells him where to go. Now, Bret Hart and Diesel don't want nothing to do with him. Sounds like, for someone without the words to describe it, you just used a whole lot of words to describe it. It's Vader time! Okay, I finished my sushi. I left the last bit of rice. It was all like nigiri. And the rice is just like a big solid block. Oh, it's that time now. Oh, is it just this match and then the Royal Rumble? Cool. No, it can't be. We've got about an hour and 45 minutes left. I know Royal Rumbles usually go about an hour. But I doubt this match is going 45 minutes. They didn't really do 45-minute matches in 1995 a whole lot. I'm guessing there's like a toilet break match, a bathroom match. What do you reckon? It won't be a women's match. They just didn't bother in 1995. Tag titles match? Bushwhackers and head shrinkers. Like, why not? That's my prediction for what the filler match is. Between this match and the Royal Rumble match. Denied! I wonder if that kid still got those glasses. That would, if a wrestler personally gave me, even as an adult now, an item at a wrestling show, like in that method, or not even personally gave to me, but like a rock thrown elbow pad or John Cena's shirt or hat when it's thrown into the crowd. If I got something like that that's like a one-of-one item, because of the context, it's one-of-one, I would never get rid of that thing. That would be my pride and joy. Not in the sense that, like, I'd be constantly talking about it and showing it off, but it'd be something that there was no compromise on whether I would be willing to get rid of that or not. How do you know? Could be. So this seems to be before they made him be all smiley. Smiley, smile. Oh no, there's a bit of a smile. Oh. That's who that is. Okay, cool. See, now would be the time to bust out that rubbish NFL joke, King. I mean, never would be the time to bust out that joke because it wasn't funny. But if you have to make that joke, now would be good. So yeah, part of the problem with like Diesel's face run as WWF champion was the way he suddenly turned into this like goofy smiley guy instead of being cool and Diesel. But it seems like they've not made him do that transition yet. Also, his theme song's weirdly 70s porno sounding, isn't it? It's pretty impressive. Diesel. Did Bret Hart not swat it away? Oh, really? Wow, I thought King would go against Bret Hart. I'm gonna go with Diesel, because I'm pretty sure Diesel held the world title for like most of 1995. Nope. Has anyone ever hit an elbow drop in the server? It seems to just be a miss spot. Nope. And Bret Hart is eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Has he changed? Has he turned heel is the question, I guess. When has anyone ever been disqualified for doing that? Like, give me an example of when that's ever happened, Vince. Like, within 5, maybe even 10 years of this match beforehand? I'm pretty certain it's never happened after. But obviously he wouldn't know that at the time. Like, that might have been a thing that got you disqualified in, like, the 1950s or something. It's done the figure 4 on the wrong leg again. There you go. I was going to say, I feel like he can just reach that there. Do you count then, Earl? A bit of disqualification. You get a little bit of a disqualification. Not a full one, just a little bit of one. Isn't his job to be aggressive? I doubt it, though. King at ring. In the position of having his opponent in a submission hold, he has the advantage. What amazing commentary. I would never have thought of that myself. What amazing insight from Jerry the King Lawler there. The boom! You bring the boom. He has till 5, so count to 5, Earl. Why are you not just counting to 5? Why? What is that refereeing? 1, 2. Now, Brett, you're a very naughty boy. Let me tell you, I'm going to count to 5 now. 1, 2. I'm warning you, I will count to 5. Don't make me count to 5, good sir. 1, 2. And then breaks the hold. The hell is that refereeing? Bret Hart's the challenger. He has to let go of the hold if he wants to win the world title. Just count, you muppet Earl. Oh, hello. You don't see that from Bret a whole lot. Can count on, probably on one hand, the number of suicide dives Bret Hart's done in his career. Certainly since winning his first WWF title. Sorry, WWE title. You have to mute the letter F. I can't believe for a second. I understand they had to change their name because of the World Wildlife Fund and blah 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 blah. I get that. I can't believe for a second that the WWF, the World Wildlife Fund, would have any leg to stand on if they tried to sue them for broadcasting a show from when it was called the WWF, with them referring to it as the WWF. I don't believe for 1 second there would be any legal precedent where that would be a thing that they can prosecute them for. Like, at all. I don't, like, maybe there's someone watching with more of a knowledge of that sort of site, that, like, copyright law and the legalities and what have you. But presenting the footage in its original form from a time when you were legally allowed to call it WWF cannot, surely, if it is illegal, if it is against copyright, it's stupid and should be changed. Like, you're not producing new content using that word. You're just providing people an opportunity to watch the old content in its original format. The same should apply to, like, theme music that was licensed at the time and stuff like that. Like, if you've licensed to broadcast it, you should be licensed for that broadcast to be broadcastable forever, in my opinion. Once you paid, I don't think I think you should be able to time limit it on, like, new stuff being made, or even show limit it. Like, yeah, you can use our song for this show, but not for any others. That's fine. But when they have to, like, edit old music out of and do dodgy edits to replace the music, it's just dumb. Been having issues with copyright stuff on EBEZA Reacts, and, like, so at the time of recording this, I've been trying to get up to date with my Patreon exclusive, The Traitors full uncut watch-alongs, like, reactions, and I swear, like, I have blurred the footage, I've put like text over the footage, I've changed the pitch of the footage, you know, the actual show. I've changed the pitch of it, I've pixelated it, I've turned it semi-black and white, I've done all sorts, and it's still like, no, this is too recognizable. I'm like, literally no one is watching my video instead of the Traitors at this point. There's no way that this is a sufficient replacement for watching the Traitors. I'm not taking any business away from you whatsoever. And it's transformative because A, there's my reactions, but B, I've completely transformed the footage. It looks and sounds nothing like it used to now. Like, it's just dumb. Because it's still getting denied, even with all these changes. Like, genuinely, you could not watch it. You know what else is dumb? Diesel picking Bret Hart up like that, but instead of just jackknifing him and winning the match, holding him up there for ages in a backbreaker. In, like, a torture rack type thing. Could have just slammed him down and won the match. That's the jackknife. Boo! Sit down. Oh my god, we've just seen an elbow drop hit. That's crazy. Nope. Big Daddy, Daddy Cool. Nope. Get out. Get out, Brett. Walking. Hey up. You're gonna tie his legs together. How are you gonna pin him there, Brett? Breakfast. I mean, his arms aren't tied. Can't he just block? He is free to be whatever he likes. And I can't remember what that bit is. Whatever he chooses, and he'll sing the blues if he wants. I remember that bit. I don't think Brett turned heel here, or even soon after. I think this is more just like the story of Brett realizing he had to step his game up to beat Diesel. It's more of a story of putting Diesel over in a way. Like, oh, I need to work a little bit outside the rules here to really have a chance. And then, as far as I know, still loses. Really puts him over. No, you wouldn't. You'd go for a pile driver. But Bret Hart should go for a sharpshooter. Oh, Diesel's out the Royal Rumble. Look at Brett. The suicide dive and a slingshot over the top. That one didn't work so well, but you don't see Brett do either of those things a whole lot. He's done 2 in 1 match. Yeah, he's really doing a good job telling the story of, like, I understand I need to step up above even my usual game to take down Diesel. It's been pretty good so far, I would say. Something tells me this isn't going to be the end. This is going to get countered or something. Oh no, wow, he just... Well, never mind. Wow. That timing was... close. Is the referee not disqualifying this? Yeah, what? Why is Shawn Michaels mad at the referee? He knows he's not allowed to do that. Why do people, like, get angry when they get told off for doing something they know full well they're not allowed to do? Like, such weird behavior. The match continues. Apparently, disqualifications and countouts mean nothing on this show. Why? Why? Like, I get it, Shawn wasn't helping Brett, he was attacking Diesel. But motivation shouldn't really matter. Diesel was just like beaten down and had his leg damaged by someone not involved in the match, and is now expected to carry on fighting one of the best in the world. Yeah, the match definitely should have finished. Just like the Razor Ramon match shouldn't have restarted, just because the wrestlers said they wanted it to. So we've got a show to run here, guys. This has been a weird show for like decisions, refereeing decisions and stuff. Like the counting on Brett before as well. Like the refereeing's been super weird. Like obviously I know that's all kayfabe, but the way they've decided to do the refereeing on this show is just super strange. Also, Sean was very nearly late. In fact, he probably was actually a bit late. Wrong leg, Brett. Coming again. I hardly know her. It's the worst version of that joke I think I've ever heard. Why are these guys able to continue? Is the better question. My question, like, don't tell him off for pulling his hair. Are you kidding? Jesus, this is so weird. The refereeing of this match and this show as a whole is so weird. But like, if you're Diesel, yeah, you're a good guy. You play by the rules, etc. But so's Bret Hart, and he's doing all this stuff to try and beat you. Like, start bending the rules back. No one would blame you. Or just put an end to it. Just kick him square in the nuts in front of the ref and just get disqualified and keep the title and go, alright, you want to play dirty? I have the advantage when we play dirty. Screw you. Oosh. Straight between the uprights. Right in the knackers. I know Bret Hart's currently kind of disproving this, but in effect he's taken up the mantle of being the heel for the duration of this match, hasn't he? But one of my least favourite tropes in wrestling is that babyfaces are so illogical and stupid. Like, they'll get themselves into situations because, oh, they're so brave, so courageous. It's like, no, they're stupid. They'll go into situations where they're massively outnumbered for no good reason other than because they're kind of dumb. They'll refuse to break the rules even though their opponents are. Like, I know there's exceptions to this. I know that. But as a general rule... Right, ref. Why is that not a DQ? What is this? What is going on? One more? This is ridiculous, genuinely. Like, why not just make it a no DQ match if you were going to have the match happen like this? Oh, it's Owen. This should just have been a no DQ match. It would have been perfectly fine if this were just announced as a no DQ match. But it's not, so it looks stupid. Rest in peace, Owen. Owen. What? Why? I mean, at this point, it makes sense. Clearly, nothing is a disqualification. But what is the logic behind booking this match like this with no announcement that it would be no DQ, but essentially it is just a no DQ match? We've had rope breaks ignored, we've had a chair used, we've had an interference on each side, so that's 4 things, at least. We've had several rope breaks ignored. Now comes Shawn Michaels again. Oh, they're having a cuddle. Isn't that nice? He's got a pin again, ref. Is this like one of the worst refereed matches ever? It kind of feels like it. He's going after the other knee. Oof. Why does Diesel's size matter? If you punch someone in the face, you punch him in the face. Some weird interference, wasn't it? If that was on your version of it. Maybe that's only on the Netflix version, or literally was just a glitch on my particular thing. But yeah, I had some weird glitchy stuff at the bottom of the screen for a couple of seconds then. Like, the match has been fun. I just think it's been marred by the weird refereeing, when it could easily have just been a no DQ match. And none of these questions would have needed to have been asked. It'd just all have been fine. Now Diesel gets it. It's like, oh, apparently nothing gets us disqualified. Yeah, he's playing possum now, isn't he? Why is the ref so bothered about his knee? All match Diesel's knee's been killing him because of Bret Hart. Because of Bret Hart cheating, might I add. He hit him in the knee with a chair. Now the referee cares about people's knees. Oh, yeah. You know what? The referee wasn't doing anything anyway. We didn't really need the ref bump. This is ridiculous. Is this the Attitude Era? Oh, that's finally enough, is it, ref? Why did we even need the ref bump? It did nothing. What's Jeff Jarrett and the road he got against Diesel? Well, there's Dave Hebner. He should have been referee and he would have done a better job. I hate that. Like, Vince McMahon has two commentary voices, neither of which are his actual voice. And one is the classic, that one. That one I can handle. It's, oh my, oh no. That voice, I hate it. Oh, look at Owen Hart. He's all over his brother Brett. Why? Why do you talk like that on commentary? It's so weird. There you go, there's his normal speaking voice. And I get getting excited and shouting, and that's where this voice comes from. But what's this one? Wait for the booze. He did lose control several times. Go on, Bob. And they're all back in. Wait, why is Owen Hart going after Diesel now? Owen, no, you're after Brett. You silly goose. Has there been any beef before this with Jeff Jarrett and Diesel? Diesel saves Brett. Eventually. This was a weirdly booked match. Like, it was entertaining, but it was weird, right? One of the weirder booked and refereed matches I've ever seen. At least in WWE. He's going to raise it, you donkey. Pretty obviously. Ah, hug it out, hug it out, hug it out. Do you know what? I said that was never going to go 45 minutes, and I don't think it did, but I think it went a good, like, half hour, all told, including all the post-match and that. So maybe there isn't a filler match. By the time they've faffed about explaining the rules and stuff for the Rumble and got the first two in there, maybe there isn't any filler match. If there is, my money. I wouldn't put any money on this. This is a wild stab in the dark. It's Bushwhackers versus Head Shrinkers, I'm telling you. Oh, excuse me. Sushi's repeating on me. Woo! That's a good joke. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, we need one more Pamela Anderson segment, don't we? Why are you still in there? Why would you need your purse right now? For what? You saw arm. You could see her arms before. What? So there is a filler match. I don't think I got the tag teams right though. I'd never have guessed 1, 2, 3 Kid and Sparky Plug. Well, you tried. I'm guessing they're in San Diego, are they? What? What's he doing? Burger King chance. What? What is wrong with Jerry the King Lawler, guys? What is actually wrong with that man? I mean, I called it being a tag title match, right? I would never have predicted these four, though. Bam Bam Bigelow and Tatanka against 1, 2, 3 Kid and Sparky Plug would never have been my guess. You could have given me 1,000,000 guesses of what match was going to be in between the World Title match and the Royal Rumble here, and I would never have got that. Never in a million years. This feels this feels like TEW chemistry, random excellent chemistry. You've discovered some random chemistry, so you've just decided, yeah, you know what, let's make them a tag team. Bam Bam Bigelow and Tatanka, and then 1, 2, 3 Kid and Sparky Plug. These are just like random house show chemistry discoveries, right? Smoking guns. Okay, so just based on that and how much they're putting it over, I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 Kid and Sparky Plug win this. That's my prediction. I'm not doing great on predictions because I technically didn't get the Diesel Bret Hart match right either because it wasn't a Diesel win, it was a draw. I got the right champion, I guess. I get half a point. I get half a point. Wait, why are they in those corners? Oh, that's so weird. Why are you in the wrong corners? Oh, I hate it. Is that bothering anyone else? And if it's bothering you, are you also a little bit the tism? or is it okay? Is it normal to be bothered by that in particular? Because that is really bothering me. Get in the right corners, guys. What the hell? No one ever stands in those corners. What? By the way, I've just realised, because I'm sort of swinging around a bit in my chair, if my voice keeps going slightly louder and quieter, I do apologise. I'll try and stay near my microphone. I'm on like a desk chair, and I've got my feet on my desk, and I'm using that to just sort of like turn myself. What, maybe about 5-10 degrees left and right, but it is making a difference to how close to the microphone my mouth is. So it might be making a difference to the audio, so I apologise. I'll try not to, but not only do I have a little bit of the tism, but I also have a lot of the ADHD. So, excuse the heck out of me. I only just realised I was even doing it. Why are you in that corner, Bam Bam? I hate it. That fall from Bam Bam was tremendous. Nope. Bosh. Whee! Uno, dos, tres. You should have done that. You should have done a song in Mexico called Uno, dos, tres, and then whatever kid is in Spanish. I mean, yeah, we saw it. It was literally on TV. Squirm. Squirmy, squirmy, squirm, squirm, squirm. Maneuver! What a maneuver! Very nice. Oof. Jesus. What is it with people in this match and committing to face butting the mat? They're going for it, aren't they? Bam Bam before, now Kid. Commitment to the bitment. What a maneuver. Yeah, who? I know the name, but I don't understand the reference King's making there. Nope. Well, I was gonna Google. I mean, I still am, but that bang was me lobbing my phone across the room. Not really. I just dropped it. Sally Struthers, American actress and activist. Yeah, I'm guessing she does like, you know, Food for Africa or something, and it was a X-Pac skinny joke. It's called The Kid. Oh, Bam Bam's eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Activism. Spokesperson for Christian Children's Fund, later renamed Child Fund, advocating on behalf of impoverished children in developing countries. Yeah, there we go. I kind of guessed it. This is the end, my friend. That would have been something. Such descriptive commentary, Vince. 1, 2, 1. I hate that voice. Hate it so much. Oh my goodness, Spy. You know, for once, King, that was a good one. Something, something, broken watch. It's crazy that Sparky Plug and Hardcore Holly are canonically the same character. Like, so like Dr. Isaac Yankem and Kane are not canonically the same person, right? Obviously they're both played by Glenn Jacobs, but they're not the same wrestling character. But Sparky Plug became Bob Sparkplug Holly, became Bob Holly, became Hardcore Holly. They're the same character canonically. Which is wild to me. Is Ted DiBiase particularly well known for tag team wrestling? I think of Ted DiBiase as a singles wrestler. Personally. Oosh! Ryu, he looks just like Sparkplug Harley. Another missed elbow drop. I mean, technically it hit, but it didn't hit who he was aiming for. Why didn't you just hit him and get him out? Just deck him one. Oh dear. Well, that didn't go well, did it? Can't wait to see Bam Bam bump for 1, 2, 3 Kid. Okay, maybe my prediction was wrong. Bob's gonna kick off over that, probably. Oof. Has anyone been ever more obviously just for men than Ted DiBiase there? That is... No one in the history of brown hair has ever had that colour of brown hair, naturally. I don't think. I've never seen, like, brown hair look so unnatural. How about that? He jumped and fell over and I guess kicked him a little bit. Look at that perm on X-Pac. Frizzy mullet. Anything can happen. I'm guessing this Rumble match isn't being a whole hour, which is fine by me, because apparently it's not that good a... That's a really funny spot. That's like an underrated spot, honestly. Holly being so confused and so beaten down, he tags the wrong person. That's really funny. I love that. Oh. I don't think they're allowed to beat up the drivers. I love how they portray, like, they're so adamant on this dual... Do you see what I mean about his hair? That is not a natural brown at all. Anyway, yeah, they're so adamant on this, like, dual sport thing. When, like, it's just literally a lie. But yeah, aside from the fact that no one has ever had hair that colour of brown, also, it just simply doesn't match his skin tone. And, like, there's this thing which our genes for our, like, exact skin tone, exact hair colour, eye colour, etc. are all, like, linked somewhat. So your natural tones do kind of match a bit, and you can kind of tell that Ted DiBiase's skin tone and hair tone don't fit, if that makes sense to anyone. Woo! That was a hell of a chop. It was a Walter chop. Because Gunther doesn't seem to do the chops quite as much anymore. I guess that doesn't fly in WWE. I'm gonna implode your chest. No, thank you. You'd think with all his money he'd be able to afford better hair dye. $1 Million Man buys $3 hair dye. Oh! You know, that was actually quite a good sell when you consider the size disparity. That was like more... Oh! Wow! He mushed him. That was right in the fizzog, wasn't it? He proper clocked him. That looked real snug. Oh! Oh! Jesus! The kid does not care. Look at Bam Bam. Is he bleeding from the mouth? I'm not surprised. He just got drop kicked right in the face. Snug doesn't even begin to describe it. Oh! There's your receipt, I guess. 1, 2, 3 kids were eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Like, yeah, actually. Maybe like... Yeah, maybe 10, 11, 12 foot, yeah. Still pretty high. Watch out, Tatanka. Bam Bam's about to, like, moonsault onto your head. They're the worst tag team ever. that meant to be really funny? I feel like that was supposed to be a big dramatic moment in the match, and I just thought it was really funny. It reminds me of when my friend and I went to watch Scream 4 in the cinema, and we were, like, rolling around, crying, laughing, and no one else was. Oh my god, that was the finish as well. Well, at least my prediction was right. No way, that was the finish. That's so funny. Hey, if we did a sparkle quiz of name every pair, like every WWF and WWE Tag Team Championship pair, this would definitely not have been one that I got. Not even a 1% chance I would have got this one before watching this show. And to be honest, if we do it next week, I probably still wouldn't. I'll probably have already forgotten this. That was crazy. What a celebration. We've got two men holding their belts and one's waving it a bit and they're having a hug. What a celebration. Jeez, that... You know what? Bob Holly did well to keep his hair as long as he did, considering the size of that bald spot in 1995. It didn't really grow a whole lot between then and like 2005, which is crazy. Look at the state of Bam Bam. He got mushed. Did he catch one in the mouth and one in the eye? His eye looks like it's swelling and closing up as well. I don't have to imagine him. He's right there. I noticed the tanker got out of there quickly. That guy's like, hey, give me 5. I was like, shut up. Oh. Oh, is it this year that it's WrestleMania 11? I never even, like, made the association. So, Bam Bam went from falling off a turnbuckle and getting pinned by 1-2-3 Kid to main event in WrestleMania in, like, 2 months. Oh. Oh. He's crazy. Did that guy just poke him in the eye? As he walked past? In his good eye? I mean, everyone else laughed at you as well. Yeah, I'm guessing 95 was WrestleMania 11. Well, wait. This year is... Yeah, this year's 41 and it's 30 years ago. So yeah. It's definitely WrestleMania main event worthy, that a push. Right, I'm going to leave you with this recap just while I go and grab a snack, because I'm feeling a bit peckish. I'll be back in time for the match, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Yeah, not even close to the match that... Hey, look, it's Bam Bam again. Oh, I've not got my headphones on, one sec. Bar Felicia. Was that... So, we've just... Is that Bob Holly? Is that Sparky Plug getting punched by Sean? So him and Bam Bam are in the ring there. That's fun. I like little coincidences like that. Single-handedly. Is that the prize this year? You get Pamela Anderson. So we had Stephanie Wyand as Todd Pettingill's Christmas present, and now Pamela Anderson is the prize for winning the Royal Rumble. Like, literally objectifying women. Like, literally treating them as objects. Like, they are prizes. They are Christmas presents, and they are prizes for winning Royal Rumbles. I bet she's glad she wasn't the prize last year. They'd both had to have a go, maybe at the same time. You know, I feel like they did that pretty much perfectly. Why would we be able to see it from there? I have a question about all these recaps of the Royal Rumble 1994. Does any of this matter? Like right now? In 1995? Oh, okay. They're tying it in, I guess. So you want to be a pretender? That was almost as good as Sid. I have half the brains you do. Oh, we got the serious voice. Oh, we got the serious voice. So yeah, like Lex Luger then saying, this will separate the pretenders from the contenders, and I'm sick of being a contender. So he was going to be a pretender, right? Pamela, will you marry me? Maybe that guy in the crowd's just legit got a girlfriend called Pamela, and the cameraman just completely misunderstood that sign. With the greatest respect in the world to Pamela Anderson, I've heard she's actually like a lovely person. I hope she doesn't join them on commentary. I don't imagine she knows an absolute load. I mean, to be fair, she'd only be on a par with the commentators then if she doesn't know a lot about wrestling, but still. Oh, so it's in Tampa. Even though, wait. So why did Bob Holly liken themselves to the San Diego football team? Like, I get what the comparison probably was, that they're like underdogs going into the Super Bowl that year. But it's not exactly going to pop the crowd, is it? Okay. Sean, out first. Which I did know, but I don't know who comes out number 2. TK? Shawn Michaels to AEW confirmed. Who's TK? Let's go find out. Shawn Michaels, Royal Rumble 1995, TK. Themis or Themis or Themis or Themis or Themis or Themis, I don't know. Themis, Chlorides, I don't know. His girlfriend at the time. She's a fitness trainer and attorney who was one of the Raw ring girls. Traded around with signs between matches. Featured in WWF magazine. Gives her credit in his book for helping him get in shape for the Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. I bet she did. We don't have to imagine it. It's like literally happening. Right, let's have a look at her then, see if I recognise her. Former Connecticut State Representative. Wow, she went a long way from being a Raw ring girl, didn't she? I'm not gonna look too deep. I've already found out which party she represents, and that's enough for me. I'm not gonna look into her politics anymore, because I think that's probably ill-advised in a wrestling video. So so he's fighting in a Royal Rumble for Pamela Anderson, but he's got his girlfriend's initials on his tape. Isn't that sweet? I have found a couple of pictures. I don't recognise her face, if I'm honest. Nope, don't recognise her. But there's another human that I have learned existed. And still exists, apparently. Another elbow drop miss. Who is that? Is that one of the Harrises? Yeah, it is. That's what the Harris brothers with hair. What the hell? When I found out one of the druids was one of these guys, I assumed they were still bald. That's hella hair. Look at it. I'm going to say, lads, you looked way better with the skinheads. Like, I'm not going to lie. It looks a bit ridiculous with all that hair. This is my favourite thing about Royal Rumbles, all the hugging near ropes. If anyone can take out the trash, Bosh kicked in the face. Poor Duke. Didn't even get to come in hot. Just came in and got kicked in mush. Scrapping with Shawn now, though. Wrong way, Duke. Valid. To the eyes. Here we go. What a sell. It's the other druid, the Gigolo. Was that Jim Cornette, by the way, as his manager? Oh yeah, Heavenly Bodies. Yeah, I think he did manage them. Come on, guys. Come on, druids. You should be teaming up. You were friends before. Imagine if he just went into business for himself and just launched him. It's who? I mean, I know who both those people are, but which one is it and what name did they call him? It's the Barbarian. What did he call him? Sione or something? He was one of the head shrinkers at this point. Oh, bye, Felicia. Sione, that's his real name, apparently. Sione Havea Vealahi. I'm probably butchering that, I apologise. But yeah, you just got called Sione for a bit. Head shrinker Sione. No way. Did they just not have music, the Heavenly Bodies? Other people's music's been hitting, right? Or has it not? Did they not even have music at this point? Cody Rhodes got pyro. Uh-oh. I mean, he obviously didn't because he didn't go. What? Jesus King. Who's next? Doink! Or is it Dink? Yeah, I don't think there's any music, is there? Crazy that they didn't think to play music. It's Doink. I'm a bit disappointed it's not Dink. It depends where from. Like, that'd be impressive if he was from Alaska. If he's from Orlando, not quite as much. What? Dink is John Cena confirmed? Quang! I forgot about Quang just as a gimmick. Crazy. Good, keep it going. It should come in every 10 seconds. We don't need like 60, 90 seconds, whatever it's supposed to be in between. 10 seconds, bam. Guy slides in ring, start the countdown again. This is my thing with Royal Rumbles. There's so much of the match where this is what's happening, and what this is nothing. Okay. I'm glad we've got commentary. I don't know who half these guys... Like, I know who Rick Martel is, but I didn't recognise him. That might have been my guess. Because he looks like his name might be Rick Martel. We should do a Shawn Michaels in Jeopardy counter. The only problem is I don't think numbers go that high. Hey, here he is. Go on, Owen. Owen. Oh, talk of the devil. No, that's not very nice, Brett. That's your brother. Doing my bit as a heel commentator for a bit. Roll him in so he can get eliminated. That's what I'd do. Don't let him recover on the outside. Chuck him in. And then someone else can chuck him back out, and then you can carry on beating him up. Who is it? Who? That's what you get, Earl. Oh my god. Who is that in the leotard, and what the hell was that bump he just took? Who? Timothy who? Oh my god. Mass exodus. Silly doink. Hey! Oh, is this it? No, it was like 91 or 92. Oh, well that was silly. Everyone's gone. Not quite as quick. You remember the iconic one where he walked into the ring doing his bushwhacker walk? Walked across the ring, and someone just grabbed him. He threw him out, he landed on his feet, and he just bushwhacker walked to the back. So, yeah, that's the one, King. Oh, it's the other one. I think that's the one. Oh, no, actually, I think it didn't specify. I think it just said one of the Blue Brothers. I don't think anyone actually knows which one it was. It was the Druid. Bye, Felicia. Indeed, he did not. Is British Bulldog sponsored by Tommy Hilfiger here? Because he's very much wearing the colours. And even like the arrangement of the colours. Did that brand exist back then? Also, octopuses should not be allowed in the Royal Rumble. Hey up. It looks like if Barney Rubble was a terrifying real man. Bye. Eliminated by Bulldog as well. How rude. What was I going to say then before Bundy? Was I questioning if Tommy Hilfiger was even a brand back then? Maybe. I can't remember. Alright, Sean. Buy him dinner first. Hey up. 2 people. What's going on here? Oh, right. Thanks for coming, Mo. I don't think he actually did beat Luke's record, because I'm sure Luke's record stood until... Who was it? Was it Santino? Why would you? Stay out of it, Sean. Yeah, that's the one. Hey up. Let's see if you do a little bit better than Mo. Oh. Big boys. Meat, 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 meat. Monster Truck's well known for punching each other. Bundy is such a weird-shaped man. Hey, here he is. Here's the other one. Is this one Butch? I was going to say, what do you mean, who's coming in now? You can see him walking like a bushwhacker. If it walks like a bushwhacker, quacks like a bushwhacker, it's probably a bushwhacker. Bye, Butch. Was he? Hey up. It's Lex. Oh, jeez, okay. Jesus, he made that look easy, to be fair. That was honestly kind of wild. That's some crazy strength as well. The fact that he just full-on muscled up Sean. I know Sean helped a little bit, but geez, still. Oh, so Luger can easily eliminate Mabel, but not Sean. It's so dumb, the Royal Rumble at times, isn't it? Like, it's great, but some bits of it are just dumb. Manta! Huge! Are his eyebrows attached? Is that face paint, or are his eyebrows attached to his hair somehow? Like, does it go sort of eyebrow paint hair? Or is it all just paint? Having a go. I reckon Mantar's got this. I'm not predicting this one, by the way, because I actually know the answer. So that's why I didn't make a prediction. Aldo Montoya! Just incredible! With hair! I've seen a lot of people with hair that I'm not used to seeing with hair. Although he doesn't look as weird because he's got the mask on, so it doesn't, like... Like, the Blue Brothers, it was really disjointing seeing those faces with hair. Whereas him, we're not seeing the face, so it's fine. It's so weird that they met just incredible, like, Portuguese. You're Portuguese. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's not, right? Aldo Montoya. Born Waterbury, Connecticut. So not Portugal. Pretty far from Portugal. A long swim from Portugal. Could drink water and spit yoo-hoo. What does that even mean? Am I just missing like a Southern American reference there or something? King, will you calm yourself? Jesus. Oh my god! Billy Gunn with the Charles Robinson slide. Crazy that Billy Gunn's still going, by the way. Alright, this is 30 years ago. Everyone made such a big hoo-ha over Chris Jericho's 30-year anniversary. A couple of years ago. No mention for Billy Gunn. Sad. It's a hell of a mullet he had back then. I'm stunned how long into the 90s the mullet lasted. Like, to me, that's an exclusively 80s thing. It died on New Year's Day in 1990, but apparently, clearly not. Wow. Here's another mullet. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the match, Bart. Why would they? My hot take on Rumbles: no teammate should ever turn on their teammate until Final 2. Ever. Every time they do it, I think you're just dumb. You had an actual advantage in the match. You should work together and get down to Final 2, then fight for it. But no. They always have to tip them over and go, ah, sorry. It's just dumb. And they never win the Rumble after doing it. Ever. Hey, it's Bobbert. He looks like such a thumb. He's having none of it, that's what he's doing. If you presented like a non-wrestling fan with like a multiple choice like quiz where it's like, okay, 3 of these 4 things are wrestling moves and one's made up, you have to get the made up one, they'd 100% pick crossface chicken wing as a made up one. 100%. Is that Harvey? Oh, I thought it was Jim Cornette. My sincerest apologies to Harvey Whippleman, I think. Maybe to both. Boo! Luger, more like Booger, am I right? How dare you eliminate Bob? That's back again. I mean, to be fair, this is how someone should react to what happened to Brett. Good character work. Who the hell's that? Dick Murdoch. I have heard the name. I've never seen that man before in my life. Bye, Felicia. Everything hit the floor. Both feet, both hands, face. Out of curiosity, you know the both feet hit the floor rule? If you, like, fall and land, like, on your front with your knees bent so your feet are up in the air, you have cleared the ring. You have hit the floor 100%, but your feet haven't. Can you get back in? Hey, it's Wrath. Oh, yeah, I know it's called Adam Bomb, but it's Wrath. Wrath was someone I was a big fan of in my early WCW days. I talked at the start of this show about Scott Hall. It was Scott Hall, Sting, DDP, Macho Man, and then probably Wrath. Like, genuinely, he was right up there for me as a kid. It was probably Sting first. Then the 3 in the middle, probably a bit interchangeable. And then Wrath was probably definitely 5th, but still. Oh! You know, the Godwin there is doing the best job I've seen of actually looking like he's trying to eliminate someone. Is that baby Rikishi? Wow, we're up to 29 already. This has flown by. This hasn't been as bad as I remember. Well, not as I remember. As whoever it was I watched made it out to be. This isn't as bad as I was expecting, I think is a good way to word it. Oh, he landed right on his head. On the apron. That bounced off his head. So's Bulldog. Taking a nap. Speaking of mullets. Hey, and we're going to have Chronic in the ring together. Because Crush is Brian Adams, right? And Adam Bomb / Wrath is Brian Clark. Bye, Felicia. It's obviously Dick Murdoch, isn't it? Yeah, you're damn right, Pamela. Tell him. Look at the wrestling. I don't believe you, King. Even if you were claiming it outside of kayfabe, I would not believe you. Now, guys, come on. You need to get on the same page. In only, like, 50... Wait, no, only 5 years, actually, you'll be a tag team. I refer you to last year. I think King said the same thing, actually. How do you know? This isn't predetermined. Ah, you don't think it'll ever happen. That's fair. Actually, it did happen. It was never planned to happen again, but it actually did happen again. And then Vince blew out his quads and sat there having a tantrum. Great. Great TV. Here comes the baloney. Yeah, Sean's already beaten him down in the corner, to be fair. But it was none of them. It was Dick Murdoch. Where did that, like, stereotype come from? Did they legit, like, have hard heads? Like, did they headbutt things in ceremonies or something? Samoans? Like, where did that, like, cliche of they always have really hard heads and you can't headbutt a Samoan come from in wrestling? Nope. Crazy that this is currently... Wait, is Adam Bomb gone? No, I think... Is he there? Oh! I was going to say, it's just incredible. Dick Murdoch, Shawn Michaels, Chronic, one of the Godwins, Lex Luger, and Rikishi. Luger does not like Dick Murdoch, it appears. He was trying to pound Dick. Was that Fatu that Crush just eliminated? I think it was. I was having a drink. I was about to say, right, Vince did mention it. I was about to say, what about the Bulldog? He's been there just as long. Oh my god. Sean. What the hell? Wait, the Godwin survived? That's genuinely quite impressive. What if both straps of your dungarees touch the floor? Are you eliminated? Murdoch's well out. Last year's 2 winners. I love that there's like an alliance, then Sean goes and throws himself and Bulldog's like, no, I'll just move out the way, cheers. Oh yeah, weren't Lex and Bulldog a team at one point? He had some weird name that referenced the fact that one's American and one's British, and I can't remember what it was. But yeah, they already been a team by this point? I almost just blurted the answer and then I remembered that people might be watching this not knowing. Why did Lex Luger save Shawn Michaels from Dick Murdoch twice? It genuinely does make no sense. I know Vince tried to defend it because he's a babyface, so he has to defend him. But it makes no sense. At all. Want you back now, y'all? Don't think he's resting. I think he's just been beaten up. Oh! No way, I was sure Crush was the next one out. I'm not sure who I would rather fight if I was Shawn Michaels, Crush or British Bulldog. Like, is this a good alliance? Because you still have to deal with Crush one-on-one afterwards if you stick to it. And if you don't and you eliminate him, you have to deal with Bulldog one-on-one. I guess the best case scenario for Shawn is you beat down Bulldog, both of you, for a while. And then when you get a chance, you eliminate Crush. And then you've got a beaten down Bulldog and no Crush. Oh, yeah, Crush gets it. Well, bye, Felicia. Okay, that was fun. That was a good way to do it. That's all on you, that, Crush. See? You turn your back on your alliance, you get eliminated. You never win. It's a pretty good story. Was it definitely this match that people were slating? I think this has been fine. I've certainly been more bored when I've watched Royal Rumble matches in the past. Oh my god. I love Shawn Michaels selling. That was risky. That's a risky spot. Like, fair enough, they executed it perfectly, but Jesus Christ. Woohoo! Shawn Michaels had so much belief in himself to take on some of these spots. Wait, I think it's pretty obvious he wasn't eliminated. Why are they playing his music? Yeah, why are they playing his music before the referee rang the bell? That's just dumb. That's the dumbest part of what was otherwise actually quite a good Rumble match. Is that a hot take to say this was quite a good Rumble match? Do people hate this Rumble? I feel like people hate it. He said only one of his feet touched the floor. Shawn Michaels was so damn good. Like, I'm a 2000s Shawn guy, but there's still no denying how damn good he was. Oh! Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy how close he got to his foot touching the floor. I guess if it had scraped the floor, they just simply wouldn't have shown the replay. Screw you, Pamela Anderson. I got a girlfriend. I'll do a sexy dance with you, but I'll let my girlfriend know that I'm thinking of her first. You reckon Pamela Anderson knew or cared anything about wrestling? I would guess not. And it was just a, you know, hey, we'd like to pay you to do this appearance. But I don't know that for sure. But yeah, that was fine. That show, some of these shows from this kind of era really drag. That didn't feel like it did for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But overall, I thought that the show was good. The refereeing in the world title match was ridiculous. Just the booking of that whole thing was just crazy. The IC title match restarting was weird. But overall, I still enjoyed the show. And I went into that fully expecting one of the worst Royal Rumble matches I've seen. It really wasn't. It wasn't like one of the best ones either. But it was like, if I had to guess right now, if I did a video ranking every Royal Rumble match, I would say it's in the top half. I don't know where in that top half. It's certainly not in like the top few. But I'd say it's in the top half. It's nowhere near being in one of the worst ones. There's been some dreadful Royal Rumbles. Terrible ones. Maybe I should do that. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me rank all Royal Rumble matches. But for now... Oh no, not but for now. Leave a like. Subscribe. All that good stuff. I've got another Royal Rumble watch along tomorrow. And that one's going to be a doozy. If you know which anniversary it is, then I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that. We've got Saturday night's main event coming up soon, so I've got predictions and review of that. We've got the actual Royal Rumble coming up soon, so we've got predictions and review for that. Got loads of other wrestling content coming up, so yeah, definitely subscribe. You will not be disappointed. Now it's time for the outro. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.